Today marks 1 year since actor Chadwick Boseman died at just 43 years old when he died of stage 4 colon cancer. Recently, the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force joined the American Cancer Society in recommending the screening age for colorectal cancer to be lowered to 45 as more younger adults are being diagnosed with the disease. Tonight, a Houston area woman in her 30s is sharing her cancer journey with Fox 26's Maria Salazar.
Okay, I'm going to start by saying I'm okay. I feel well. I went through surgery on Sunday.
It was totally unexpected. You know, I was in the best shape of my life. And getting the news was kind of like having someone punch you right in the gut.
The news: Rosa Eberly, at just 39 years old, was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. A colonoscopy revealed a mass was obstructing 80% of her colon.
So they had to admit me to the hospital right away.
Rosa had part of her colon removed.
Okay, so I'm at the doctor's office, appointments, and the port's gonna go like basically where this is right here.
She chronicled her entire journey on YouTube, from dealing with the difficult diagnosis to months of chemotherapy to pushing to stay healthy.
Gosh, this is going to sound so cheesy, but I really view this as my purpose now, is to share this testimony.
I did not want her to change her lifestyle. We encouraged her to run a half a marathon in the middle of the chemotherapy, which was amazing.
Dr. Pierre Corey with Millennium Physicians in the Woodlands is Rosa's oncologist. He says Rosa, despite having type 1 diabetes, was perfectly healthy.
1 out of 7 patients who will be diagnosed with colon cancer is younger than 50.
He says about 18,000 people under 50 are expected to be diagnosed with colon cancer in the U.S. this year. That's about 12 to 15% of all cases.
Unfortunately, we don't know what's causing and what is the epidemiology for patients younger than 50 who would develop colon cancer. Now, it's been speculated and that patient who obesity, lack of activities, eating processed meat will increase risk.
He says cases among those younger than 50 are increasing. Cases in those 50 and older have been decreasing since the 1990s because of screening recommendations. But new guidelines are hoping to change that. Earlier this year, the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force joined the American Cancer Society in recommending the screening age for colorectal cancer be lowered to 45.
As we know that colon cancer starts from a polyp.
Dr. Corey says there are 2 types of screenings, Cologuard and a colonoscopy.
The only thing about Cologuard is it will detect colon cancer. It does not prevent against colon cancer. So having colonoscopy, you can find a polyp and clip the polyp and prevent it from progressing into colon cancer.
As for symptoms, the American Cancer Society says they include changes in bowel habits, not feeling relieved after just having a bowel movement, rectal bleeding, blood and stool, abdominal pain, weakness, and fatigue. Rosa says her symptoms began in 2017 after her daughter was born.
I had changes in bowel movements. I was seeing blood in my stool, but I thought, oh, I just had natural birth, maybe it's internal hemorrhoids or something.
She put off the colonoscopy for several years. So her message now: listen to your body and do what you need to do, even if it scares you.
If fear is what's keeping you from getting that colonoscopy or getting that blood test done, you got to talk down to that and, say, my health is more important than being fearful of something. Because in all honesty, having to go through the colonoscopy and preparing my body for that was nothing compared to having to deal with surgery and chemotherapy and everything else that I had to deal with afterwards.
6 months after she began treatment,
she crossed the finish line with a big smile and a big V.
Rosa rang the bell.
Go for it!
She's still having to go back for routine checkups to make sure she's still in the clear. And she's still taking her followers on this emotional journey that one day she hopes to share with her smallest cheerleader.
I want her to be able to look at my journey as a lesson that she doesn't have to go through the same thing, to pay attention to your body. And if it's saying that something's wrong, just go to the doctor and get it checked out, because it's always better to be safe than sorry.
Maria Salazar, Fox 26 News.